You're not the first. You would be surprised if you knew what a wig, good makeup, and your girlfriend's clothes could do to you with a filter. This was me. This was me a year ago. I used to go to Discords and drop my pics in there, and people would go bonkers because they thought an actual woman joined Discord. Y'all don't even know about the alt accounts. I had the femboy game on lock. I had alt accounts for different aesthetics. This was my kawaii era alt account. I actually got quite popular on this one. I had a grunge Insta and TikTok that actually did really well. I got a couple 100K on there. I was collecting communities like infinity stones. It was preposterous, but then I ended up quitting because I got bored.
Wow, that's a lot to unpack. First of all, just based off the comment, it was someone saying that he looked good in a dress low-key. Imagine you said that as a joke, and then homie turn around and tell you his whole secret life in the past, how he used to catfish dudes online. He had an entire social media empire based off the fact that he was a secret closeted e-girl, but in reality, he's not really gay or flies that way because it was all a part of his ruse to make money, and the whole time he had a girlfriend. Now, this is multiple levels of confusion. First of all, from a business perspective, I don't even know how you stumble on this, and it's also very clear that this started off as a curiosity as opposed to a money-making maneuver, because who just dresses up in women's clothing, puts on a filter, and then joins Discord calls in the hopes of tricking people, and then once you do trick them, keep the elaborate scheme going for weeks to months on end until you have some type of a large following online. Now, in my opinion, I think this guy definitely is in the closet some way, somehow. He might not be totally out there because technically, even though he's doing this weird social media gay for pay, there was no interaction with another human being, but it's very, very odd, and in the cyberspace, I definitely think it is on the rainbow waves, but at the same time, he's honest about it, and he's at least saying that this is what he used to do, and he put on weight since then, and he's not putting on women's clothing anymore, but it's just a lot of confusing pieces, and he jumps through it as if it's normal, like, hey guys, I used to do this back in the day, be a female entrepreneur, and if things went a different route, perhaps I would have my own OnlyFans, but I think this guy might just be the Black Finster, where he was heading that way, where guys, it's totally not gay, I dress up as a girl, I have a girlfriend, OMG, but he basically tapped out before he got to the gayer portion of the saga. So it seems like he was about to hit that super bag, but then stopped to say that there's actually limits to this. You can only do so much and say no homo at the end of the day. But it's definitely an interesting story, and I think that it at least shows that you can steal some money from these female entrepreneurs, because a lot of these simps online have not really seen a real woman in real life. So if you put the filter on, have the right angles, and have enough obfuscation, you might just be able to get a ruse going and make some money off it. This is definitely a debaucherous and weird work experience, but at the same time, bro was diligent and laid out the blueprint for any other sickos that want to follow suit.
At the end of every single video, make sure you ask people to rate and subscribe to your content. It makes them feel like they're involved even though they're really not. And most importantly, make sure they comment on every single video. If you have to, disguise it. You know, call it something like the question of the day. And really make them think you're gonna really read it when you really don't have to. Ha ha ha!